Now from child's pose, we're going to find tabletop position again. I'm going to turn to the side to show what we're going to do from this point. So you're going to make sure you line wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and let's start with the right arm, left leg up. Inhale, lengthen. Keeping the hips square, we're going to move through tighter. Squeeze your core in, bring it elbow to knee, maybe knee to nose. Inhale, reach it out. As you move through, make sure your hips stay square to the floor and the left shoulder stays away from your ears. Give me one more tiger. Squeeze the core and take it back out. Now let's take a bend in your left knee. We're going to reach the right arm back. I'm doing my right arm and telling you to do your right, so because I'm turned to the side. Let's roll those shoulders back. You're going to try to grab the ankle if you can. If you plantar or dorsiflex, pulling the toes towards your knee, that gives you a little handle to hold on to. And then roll the shoulders back, keep the core engaged. See if you can lift and move your foot back instead of trying to lift it up. See if you move the foot back and try to align the knee with the hip. Keep the core engaged, shoulders rolled back. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release back down to the mat. Shake your hips. You can do some cat and cows, just kind of loosen the spine up. Now let's go with left arm, right leg up. And finding that long line from your fingers to your toes, hips square, shoulders away from ears. And now move through your tiger. Squeeze your core. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in tight. Maybe bring that knee to nose. I got some music playing for us because that helps me focus too. Roll those shoulders back. Now see if you're able to take a bend in that knee. Maybe you reach back. Maybe you dorsiflex that foot. Try to grab the ankle, roll shoulders back, keep core engaged, and then move the foot back. If we lift the leg, then that puts more, or we're more apt to arch that back. So see if you can lift the foot back and help you roll those shoulders back. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the knee back down, hand down. Let's drop the hips to one side and hold. And other side and hold. Stretching out those hips. And bring it back center. Shake it out, roll those shoulders back. Now I'm going to turn to face you. Let's find your downward facing dog. Shoulders back, elbows forward, fingers spread wide. Inhale, exhale to down dog. Go through a few plank flows or walk your dog. So walking your dog, just push one heel down and switch. One more breath in your down dog and then forward fold. Walking the feet in, take the weight into your feet. Today let's shift the weight forward and back from the front of your feet to the back. And then find the weight balanced in your feet. Inhale to flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Now use your glutes in your hands to pull you up. And then I move back. You don't move back, I move back. Drop into chair. Drop those shoulders and hold for 3, 2, also wonderful chair, and 1. Now I've switched to mirroring you. So now your right heel and the whole foot. Take it back to warrior 3. And let's do some movement here, lifting the knee up. Inhale, take it back. Just working on the alignment of those hips to the ground. You can add some arms. 2. And balance. And let's do one more. And now take it back, high lunge. Adjust your feet. And reach arms up. Roll shoulders back, core pulls in tight. And 3. Feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Find your breath. Focus on your intention. Let's roll or spiral or fold down. Move through cheetah to down dog. Walk your dog. Shake your head out. Lengthen your spine and forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Try to drop that heavy head down. Inhale, come through flat back, swan dive. Reach all the way up. Exhale to chair. Try to stay in the same spot. See if I can hold a lower, deeper chair. And now left heel lifts, left foot, warrior three. And now see if you can add some movement. Not giving you the best angle here. 3, 2, and 1. Take it back to high lunge there. Now I'm back in the picture. Try not to go insane by trying to film and do everything perfect. Try not to. Trying to give you quality instruction instead of trying to make everything so perfect, because there is no perfection. Hold for one more breath and fold. Move through cheetah to down dog. Walk your dog, shake your head. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's go right back into plank here. Let's do our first set of chaturangas. Get a mouthful of fur. 2, and 1. All the way to your belly. Windshield wiper it out. And let's do our first cobra. Roll those shoulders back. Rolling shoulders back, core pulls in, tucking that tailbone, pressing into the feet. And child's pose. Breathe, enjoy your child's pose. Maybe taking your breath into your low back or taking your breath into your belly. Your next inhale, find plank, and exhale, down dog. See if you can get those shoulders. There's Poppy's bark. A little loud, a little sharp. Let's take right leg up into three-legged. Start with your ankle rotations. Other direction. Let's take a bend in the knee. Take the knee around in a circle for your hip rotations. Other direction. And inhale, take the leg straight. Exhale, come to cheetah in the center. Inhale, lift. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come through center to low lunge. Back into the low lunge, and we're going to hold this here. Two. And 1. Now we're going to pick that left knee up. Rise to high lunge. Remember to retuck that tailbone, roll those shoulders back, reach those arms up. Hold for 3. 2. And 1. Open warrior 2. Make sure you're tucking that tailbone. Rolling the shoulders back. On those strong arms, look over your front hand. Strong left leg. Knee over ankle. 2. And 1. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down. Back to low lunge. Cheetah, down dog. Walk it out. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Start with your ankle rotations. Therese is like, what are you doing to me? And take your ankle rotations the other direction. And hip rotations. And other direction. And inhale, take the leg straight. Exhale, cheetah to the center. Inhale, lift. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift. Come through center to low lunge. And hang out here. Let's rise up to high lunge. Tuck that tailbone. Reaching those arms up. Find your alignment here. Each time, just noticing the differences, noticing the changes in your body. Breathe and listen to your body. My 2 rules. Open to warrior 2. Remember to find your alignment. Videoing yourself is a good way to check on your alignment. So you can monitor your progress, monitor your alignment. I don't get a picture of myself very much because I'm looking at you guys mostly. Let's inhale, reverse. Spiral down to low lunge again. Getting back into that hip flexor, that muscle that gets very tight on all of us. There we go. Is that better? Let's move through cheetah to down dog. Forward fold. So you can drop that head, maybe hold behind your head, whatever, elbows, arms behind. Release your arms down, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold your swan dive, reaching all the way up. This is why I need to reposition my camera. Let's go back into warrior and to chair. I'm going to reposition my mat. Right heel, right foot, warrior 3, squaring those hips down. See if you can get into half moon for a little bit. Maybe just do some squaring down, squaring to the side. Get 3, 2, working on that hip mobility. And 1, go back into high lunge, right leg back, left leg forward. Reaching arms up, finding your balance. Open warrior 2. Rolling shoulders back, inhale, reverse. Exhale, let's find lizard this time. So your lizard, maybe you turn that foot out. If that feels good for your hips, you can also go on the outer edge of that foot. That back foot, you may be able to go on the outer edge of that back foot as well. Or you can work on dropping the forearms down to the ground. Wherever you are in your lizard, see if you can work on a straight spine as best you can. And 3 breaths. 2. And 1. Pick that knee up. Let's step into yogi squat. And now you'll miss this one. See if you can line that spine, drop those hips, roll those shoulders back. Your yogi squat, if you need to be higher. Maybe you have to lift your heels. Or you can work on lifting. And let's fold, forward fold, drop that head, lift your sit bones. Shake your head out. Hold in wide, a little bit wider leg forward fold here. Maybe you do a different arm position. Hold the elbows, back of the head, arms behind you. And release the arms down. Heel to the feet back in line. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's go to plank for our second set of chaturangas. Using that core, strengthening your upper body. And all the way down, windshield wiper it out. And our second cobra. Hands under shoulders, roll shoulders back, pressing down to the feet, engage core, tuck tailbone. A variety of songs on this playlist. Maybe you pick your hands up. See if you can use your core to lift those shoulders up. And child's pose. Breathe. Maybe you do this little twist in child's pose if that feels good to you. I really like this one, other arm. And release. It's fine plank. Exhale to down dog. And forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive reaching up. Exhale, chair. Drop those shoulders. Left heel, left foot. Warrior three. And let's work on half moon and warrior three hips. You can put that foot down. You may need to put the hand on the ground. Just trying to work on those, the muscles in that right hip here, two. And one, find high lunge. Reaching those arms up, roll those shoulders back. Make sure you're pulling the core in, tucking that tailbone. Breathe, open your heart, open your mind. Open warrior two. Check your alignment here. Check your ego, amigo. Two. And one, inhale, reverse. Exhale, lizard. Finding your lizard, just work with your range of motion here. Don't push anything. Maybe go on the outer edge of your feet, turning it, outer forearms. And press up out of lizard and step into yogi squat. Those of you working on crow, you can work on yogi squat or your crow. I'm trying to just find your alignment, find your position. Maybe you just work on tapping those toes or holding. And then fold. Standing forward, fold, drop your head. Maybe walk over to one foot. And then the other. And back to the center. Heel toe your feet back in line. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Swan dive reaching up. Exhale, lower arms down. Okay, now we're going to go into our dancer pose. So let's find your balance on, start with your left leg, balance on your left leg. We're going to bend your right knee. So you can start by holding the outside of the foot. And just dorsiflex that foot to give you a handle to hold on to. If you're able, you can roll that shoulder back and hold the inside of the foot. And that way you're getting more openness in the front part of your chest. But you can start here or here. So trying to hold that ankle, keeping the core engaged. We're going to take your left arm, reach it forward and up. If you can't really see, but you guys get the gist. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to reach the body, the torso forward, trying to get parallel to the ground. And then you're lifting your left hand up and your right foot up. The goal is to touch your hand and foot above your head. You may never get there, but it's good to try. It's good to have goals, right? So if you can see, I'm lifting my right, well, this is my left, but you know, for you guys, your right. So try to keep those hips square to the ground as you lift and open, balance, strengthen that left knee slightly bent. So this dancer will be your mystery pose, your second mystery pose. You'll get a frontal view and a side view for each leg. Dancer pose. And release. Shake it out. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, just let it go. Just throw those arms down. Shake out whatever tension you have. Let's go to your left leg. Grab the inside or the outside. Dorsiflex the foot. Pull that leg back so you're pulling the shoulders back. Remember, we're always trying to keep a neutral curve here. So don't overarch the low back just to get more movement here. You're not going to help yourself in the long run. We're trying to lift that foot in the hand above the head, keeping that core engaged, the tailbone tucked, just like our cobra poses do, and square the hips down. All these little adjustments we need to make. Breathe. Your dancer, so get a picture on this side from the side view in the front. Dancer pose, it's a fun one. And release. Shake it out. Let go. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive down. Drop your head. Shake it out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plank. Chaturangas. She's not moving for me, huh? And you can windshield wiper it out. And let's grab one foot, whatever you can. I'll turn to the side. So you're gonna try to maintain and pull those abdominals in, tuck that tailbone. Grab one foot. Stretch the quadricep. Make sure you don't have the knee out from the hip joint. Trying to keep that ankle, knee, and hip in one line. You want to feel a stretch on the front of your thigh and your quadricep. One more breath here. And release. Windshield wiper it out. And go to your other leg. Aligning the joints. If you don't feel the stretch in your quadricep, show you how you can modify. So you're going to pull the foot to the hip, keeping hip, knee, and ankle in one line. Pull your core in. If you don't feel it, the front of your hip joint, see if you can push that forward. That'll enable you to get a deeper stretch into that quadricep muscle. Core is pulled in, tailbone tucked, and then you can push forward a little bit so you stretch that quad. So you're on your belly, but I was just showing you from a vertical position, and then windshield wiper down. Extend those legs back. Let's find your next cobra. So maybe your hands lift, maybe you reach back. Still pressing down with the feet, still tucking that tailbone, so you gotta do this instead of that. You're tucking it under, core lifts away from the ground. Reach those hands back. And child's pose. And breathe. And rest in your child's pose. So when you're forward in the cobra, if you felt any tension in the low back, you'll generally feel the release when you go back into child's pose. So take another breath and see if you can take a breath so deep that your low back moves with your breath. And let it go. Inhale, come back forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching up. And exhale, chair. So you can drop your hips so deep. Take your belly onto your thighs. Reach your arms back. Interlace your fingers. You can do the knuckles up and over. Or you can flip those palms around and try to reach the palms up and over. And forward fold. You can have your feet wider too if you like. 3, 2. Gently release your arms towards the ground. Maybe swing them left and right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. If you want to work on strength, you can work on holding halfway and then all the way down. Windshield wiper it out. So now we're going to go through bow pose. This is the highlight of this class, the pose I'm teaching. So I've been preparing you for it with the different exercises we've done so far. So first you're going to start with one leg. So we did the stretches to get that muscle released. So you're going to hold one foot and then see if you can hold the other leg. If you can't hold both, and then just do one leg at a time. So you can see I'm dorsiflexing my feet. And then I'll show you from the side. You're going to make sure that you keep your abdominals pulled in so you don't arch that back. So I'm going to hold onto my feet, dorsiflex, pull my core in tight. I'm tucking my tailbone. I'm not lifting it up. I'm doing a cat tilt, keeping my knees in line with my hips, rolling my shoulders back. I'm trying to keep my thighs close to the mat as I can as I move my feet back. It's really hard to talk when you get in here. So I move my feet back to roll my shoulders back. So I could arch my back to get deeper into it, but we don't want to do that, right? So you're moving your feet back, roll your shoulders back, keep that core engaged, tailbone tucked, and see if you can lift those shoulders up. And release down. Turn your head to one side, windshield wiper. So that is your bow pose. So it's a pose where you're doing both legs in. So you'll just get let's do a front view, interior view, and a side and side. So you'll only need to submit 7 pictures total for this class. Sound good? Windshield wipered out. Make sure you loosen up the low back, and then when you're ready, find child's pose. And the bow pose is using both legs. So you may feel more tension in the back. So just be easy here on your body. And breathe. Maybe do the twist in child's pose. And switch. This song, Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. It's kind of hard to see with all the changes and the crisis happening. So, but what we can do focus on ourselves. So this next song is Don't Worry, Be Happy. It's kind of hard to not worry, but we need to do all we can to protect ourselves and our loved ones so that we can decrease our own anxiety and that we don't spread our stress. Let's see what our time is. So let's find our way to our seat. So let's find both legs straight forward. Let's do our seated forward fold. So legs straight out in front of you. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. Come up, out, over, and down over those legs. So as you come forward, you'll notice you can move those sit bones back a little bit more. So when we do standing, we're trying to lift sit bones and drop head. But so when you do this, take your teeth over your toes, lengthen your spine. Don't just drop those shoulders. See if you roll the shoulders back and lengthen up, out, over, and down. You want to feel the stretch in your hamstrings, slightly bend those knees. One more breath here. And slowly come up. Let's bring your right knee in. Let's drop it out to the side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take your right arm behind you. Left arm reaches up, trying to open up the front of your body. If you'd like, you can lift your hips. And lower those hips back down. Left leg straight out in front of you. Make sure it's in line with your hip. Inhale, arms reach. Come up, out, over, and down over this left leg. right knee up. Hold on to your right leg with your left arm. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Try to press into your right foot and your left leg to help you sit up straighter. Lengthen your spine, twist to your right. Drop that right arm behind you. Drop your shoulders. Lift your ribs, twist through your belly. 2, and 1. Slowly untwist. Drop the right knee out, left knee to the side, both feet together. Inhale, lengthen up, out, over, and down here. Try to walk those sit bones back and lengthen your spine. Don't just dump into it. Roll those shoulders back so you can come forward. Poppy's in her crate. Had to give her a treat before the class today so she wouldn't be munching on the video. I think Tigressa likes the time with me. Let's take your right leg out straight. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Let's reverse that fold position. Take your left arm behind you. Right arm reaches up. You can stay here or lift your hips up. Slowly drop back down. And now let's do a fold here. I'm just turned to the side to accommodate my very spoiled kitty. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, come up, out, over, and down, over. Now your right leg. Lengthen. Stretching that hamstring. A lot of you like this for the low back here. It does feel good. Getting this leg out of the way kind of helps you reduce the strain on the low back so you can get deeper into the one leg fold position. Slowly come up. Let's bring that left knee up. Your left knee up, and we're going to hold on to it with your right arm. And you can do the inside or the outside. We went through in class, we went through different levels. So pick the level for you. Drop those shoulders. You can kind of hunch down to get your arm around easier. And then you lengthen. Left arm reaches up. Press into your left foot, right leg. Take your left arm behind you. Drop those shoulders. Lift those ribs and twist through the belly. I love this. 2, and 1. Slowly untwist. This time let's take both feet wide. You can turn to the side on your mat. Inhale, arms reach, keeping those toes and the knees up. Inhale, lengthen, come up, out, over, and down. One more breath here. Walk your hands back. I'm used to seeing the clock, so let's bring those feet in. And now let's do your pigeon. If you want to flip over for prone pigeon, go ahead. If you want to go onto your back, I'll show pigeon on our back since I didn't show it in the last video. So go ahead and flip on. If you want to do belly down, if you want to do it on your back, you'll be on your back and cross one leg over the opposite thigh. You can push the knee away from you. Try to keep your hips square to the shoulders, so don't let them get all out of whack or wonky. As one of my favorite teachers used to say, get all wonky. So you can push the knee out. You can grab the thigh of the leg that's straight or the one you have that's crossed over. You can kind of shake it, shake your hips, help you settle into it. This kind of helps you get that low back a little bit flatter. If you have the ability, you can kind of push that leg out. But try to keep those hips square again to your shoulders. Breathe and hold your stretch. This leg can be relaxed or can be lifted. If you lift it up, it kind of helps stabilize the leg that is not stretching. And release. Windshield wiper it out. And go to your other leg. Switching legs, pigeon stretch on your other leg. If you're on your back, try to square the hips to the shoulders. So level 1, 2, or 3. You want to feel the stretch in your hip. You can rock left and right. And it helps you get a little bit closer to the ground. And breathe. And when you feel even, windshield wiper it out. And hug your knees in. Hugging your knees in, let's find that happy baby. So again, you can grab behind the knees. Pull the knees to the armpit side. You can do one leg at a time, either holding behind the knee or hold the foot. Kind of helps you get that knee a little bit closer down to the ground. You can also hold with just one hand and see if you can straighten the leg out to the side and bend. Switching legs if you're doing just one at a time. Go with both legs. And release. Hug your knees in. Bring your nose up. And let's do your reclining twist. Drop your knees to one side, keeping those shoulders on the ground. You can use a pillow or something between your knees here. As you twist and stretch here, try to relax your fingers, relax your face, your toes, and breathe. When you're ready, come back through center. Hugging the knees in. You can bring your nose up to knees to help you realign the spine. And then drop to the other side. Shoulders stay on the ground. You guys know how to modify. One more breath here. Time. Hug your knees in. And rock it left and right. Take care of whatever else you want to do before you let go and relax. So maybe a bridge.